You guys ever had this situation where you have to wake up early? And I mean like too early. Maybe it's because you have an early flight or you're hitting the road, but you know that there's no way you're gonna be able to shake off the sleepiness to make a pour over. I know I've been in that situation several times, and honestly weekly because of my long commute, where I just don't make coffee because I don't want to wake up and make a manual brew. Could we all just pre-grind and use a drip brewer with a schedule feature? But for those of us that want the best cup quality, I have here what I think is maybe the best semi-convenient option on the market. And that is this little frozen capsule from Cometeer. If you're into specialty coffee, you have likely seen Cometeer flash across your Instagram feed with a really well done ad. I know that was my first exposure to the brand, and not even gonna lie, I thought it was a gimmick just driven by large ad spend and solid branding. So Cometeer is literally just frozen coffee. They brew it, freeze it instantly, and then they puck it directly after brewing, meaning that all of the peak flavors are really maintained in the puck. This has a huge advantage over other instant methods, which are usually freeze-dried, and because of that freeze-drying process, a lot of those flavor compounds and aromas are just completely driven out of that final product. There's definitely some secrecy around how Cometeer exactly brews this coffee, and they say on their website, quote, "Our proprietary technology allows flavor and aroma compounds to be extracted with unprecedented precision. Cometeer coffee consistently achieves optimal total dissolved solids count, aka amazing flavor, and extraction levels. Basically, it's a level of brewing perfection great baristas aspire to. We achieve it consistently in every cup." Okay. So Cometeer is shipped frozen in these boxes. They sell them in 32 counts, and they basically just put a bunch of dry ice in a cardboard box with these, and they arrive at your door a couple days later. You can either choose a specific roast profile, like light, medium, dark. I went with the light and medium pack, or you can buy from their list of partner roasters, including Counterculture, George Howell, Onyx, and several more. As for brewing, it's extremely simple. All you gotta do is thaw the frozen puck under some hot water, rip it open, put it in a mug, add hot water, and you're good to go. You can also use a Keurig or pod brewer to brew these up as well. But secrecy, large ad spend, buzzwords, and good branding aside, what we all really wanna know is, does this puck really contain good coffee? We're definitely gonna dive into that, but if you are enjoying this video so far, I would really appreciate it if you would like it and subscribe to the channel, because I have a lot more content like this coming. So is Cometeer good? I can honestly tell you right now that this product is fantastic. It simply blows every other instant coffee I've had completely out of the water. If you are looking for a consistent, delicious way to brew coffee at home, where you completely eliminate all other variables that could cause a whack extraction, I don't think there's a single better process than Cometeer. On those early mornings that I was talking about at the beginning of the video, it's just so easy to wake up, turn on the electric kettle, brush my teeth, throw some Cometeer in a mug, hot water, out the door. I definitely find myself drinking coffee so much more on my commute now, whereas before I would just wait until I got to work to make a cup. Another big upside to Cometeer is that since it is concentrated, there is no limit to the types of drinks you can make. I find myself brewing shorter cups of coffee, more akin to a long black, and my wife has really loved the option to make a quick iced latte at home using the Cometeer puck. All of these and more are super easy and possible, and the sky is really the limit on what you can do with this. You can definitely go crazy on all those fun coffee cocktail recipes you see on Instagram. So here's where I think things get a little dicey. The reason specialty instant coffee exploded in popularity a few years ago was because of one consumer desire, in my opinion, and that is delicious convenience. And that's an area where I just think Cometeer, compared to other specialty instant, just runs at the lower end of the pack. Having a frozen product simply just makes things more complicated. And sure, Cometeer claims that you can leave this product at room temperature for 24 hours or just in a refrigerator for 3 days. And with my testing, I definitely think that's true, but this is certainly not as convenient as just keeping a couple pouches of instant in your backpack, especially if you're flying. So that's why I view Cometeer as, yes, instant coffee, but definitely not true convenient instant specialty coffee. Convenient at home when you need to brew a quick cup, sure. Convenient when you have to fly across the country, not so much. So I wanna put Cometeer's convenience to the test. I've got about a 6.5 hour drive from North Georgia to the Florida Panhandle tomorrow, and I'm gonna bring some Cometeer along with me in a tumbler that I plan to drink midday to see how easy it is to brew up on the road. And I'm also going to pack a cooler where I'm gonna throw a good bit of my other Cometeer pucks in there so I can drink them during my stay. All right, see y'all tomorrow. All right, one day, one haircut later, we're about to hit the road. I'm going to put some Cometeer in this tumbler as just a puck to drink later. I'm also going to throw some in the cooler to see how it holds up on the entire trip, because I plan to drink it all week during our stay. All right, so it's really bright and really loud, but I have the Cometeer here. It seems pretty melted because it's been in my tumbler like all day. Still smells pretty great, but I'm just gonna add some water from my water bottle. All right, and I pack some ice in the cooler. I'm gonna lid it, give it a shake. Tastes amazing. We're still a little ways out, but I will check in on the stuff in the cooler here in just a little bit. This is what your shirt looks like all the time when you have a 10-month-old baby. All right, journey over. Let's see how the Cometeer held up. Cooler, kept them cold, but definitely not frozen. So these are all completely melted, but according to Cometeer, I know if I throw them in the freezer, we should be good to go. And since I drank that other one in my tumbler that had been melted for a little while, I know that these are still totally fine. I'm gonna drink this all week here. The place I'm staying has a terrible coffee maker, so this is definitely the better option because this is choice. This is the quality of coffee I would make at home, and I get to drink it here conveniently away from home. On my trip here, I easily could have also run into a gas station and grabbed some hot water. So keep that in mind. You don't always have to do iced, you just can do iced. Not packing a scale, not packing a grinder, not packing a coffee brewer, just made things way more convenient on the way down here. I had a cooler that I was putting other things in, so just to throw these in the cooler just simplifies life, you know? All right, so with all these things being considered, let's talk the good and the bad of Cometeer. It is a truly delicious product, and I really mean that. I would say on par, if not better, than what most people have the means to brew at their own homes. I also really love that since the extraction has already taken place, you can throw whatever temperature of water in here. So I'm usually hitting this with like 160°F water, and I'm able to drink it instantly. And since it is concentrated, you have a ton of creative freedom to make all sorts of different fun drinks, like the lattes and coffee cocktails and so on. And lastly, in some cases, when you don't have the means to brew a manual coffee or pour over or something of the likes, it is really convenient. But true convenience really leads us to our first con. And since this is a frozen product, it's just not as convenient as some other specialty instant coffees that might be powder and might be in a form factor where you can just throw it in your bag and forget about it. And the final con is going to be the price of this stuff. The cheapest you can get Cometeer is $2 a cup, and that is if you subscribe. Without the subscription, this stuff is gonna start running you north of $2.50 a cup, and that's just entering the range of what you're gonna pay for a drip at many specialty cafes. Just buying a bag of your favorite roaster's beans and brewing them at home is going to be significantly cheaper in most cases. But I guess someone's gotta pay for that big ad budget, right, Cometeer? It's us. So to wrap this all up, I really enjoy this stuff. It is going to probably stay in my freezer because I like it, and then my wife loves it. She loves having the option to do the lattes and stuff at home, especially because at this time we don't have an espresso machine at home. If you'd like to try it yourself, I do have a link in my bio. I'm not sponsored by Cometeer. I get no money from it. It's just literally for your convenience. If that changes and I do get an affiliate link, I'll let you know in the comments. Full transparency. If you have enjoyed this video, I would so appreciate it if you would subscribe to my channel to see more stuff like this, reviews, education, all those things. I really like pushing out this content, and I would really like for you to stay in touch. In the meantime though, you can check out another one of my videos right here. Peace.